Now, they've enchanted visitors to Birmingham throughout the summer. Now, the Big Hoot owl sculptures have been sold off at auction to raise money for the city's children's hospital. The result is an incredible £500,000 towards a new unit for children with rare illnesses. Ben Sidwell's been to meet some of the winning bidders.
Taking flight for the final time, the owls of Birmingham's Big Hoot are being packed up and sent off to their new owners.
What's your favourite then?
At Cottontail's nursery in Northfield in Birmingham, staff were celebrating today after outbidding everyone else for an owl called Dr. Hoot.
We were in the process of just purchasing a police station, which we are converting into another day nursery. So it just made sense that we had got to have Dr. Hoot for the children and for the nursery.
4,002. I'll come back to you.
At last night's auction, there was no shortage of takers for these specially commissioned artworks. All 85 owls were sold at the auction, raising more than £500,000. They went to 57 individual buyers. Oh, and one town. Having fallen in love with the owl named after their town, businesses and residents in Sutton Coldfield joined together and raised over £6,500 to try and win back their owl.
There was a few times in the night where I saw some of the owls go for a lot of money, and I was starting to think we might not actually win this, but in the end we did, which just proves that everybody pulled together and we managed to do it.
Just up the road lives the man who paid more than anybody else for an owl. Designed by Birmingham graffiti artist Temper, retail was bought by Mick Dunn for £18,000.
I had a budget when I arrived at the auction of £20,000. They're all beautiful pieces, and it would have been nice to have 4 or 5 that I could put out in the garden, but I'm glad I ended up with one that's special to me.
One anonymous bidder bought 13 owls at a cost of £87,000, including the second most popular, co-designed by a Birmingham rock legend.
Hello, my fellow Brummies. I'm glad that Ozzy the Owl is looking out for the Birmingham Children's Hospital. I'm happy to have played my part.
An idea that really took off. The Big Hoot's been a greater success than anyone could have imagined.
It's a terrific sum of money, isn't it, for those owls? Well, Ben is at Birmingham Children's Hospitals for us right now. Ben, the new owners, the owls, seem very happy, but I think the hospital must be thrilled as well.
They're absolutely delighted. As you say, it's a massive amount of money. With me is Louise McCarthy, who's Director of Fundraising here. I mean, for you, this is a great achievement. What's it going towards, though? That's the big question.
We're just so excited today because it means now that we can support our new Rare Diseases Centre for children. It will be the first of its kind in the UK, and it's supporting our star appeal. But what's so special is children with rare diseases, they often feel quite isolated and so on, so it will mean that they can all be treated together, get that support, but even better what we'll be able to do is start looking at research that can help tackle these rare diseases and hopefully beat them.
2 years ago you had this crazy idea about owls. Last night you're watching the money pour in at an auction. Could you quite believe it?
We couldn't at all. We're just overwhelmed, I think is the word that we've all been saying today. Overwhelmed by the generosity that was in that room last night, but also far and wide, you know, around the Midlands and even beyond. So huge thank you to everyone that supported us. Well,
the Big Hoot has been a huge success, and I can tell you that planning is now underway for a Big Hoot 2, which is coming in the next few years.
Ben, thank you. Exactly